This is a clip from Basketball at the Bar Live. All right, moving on here, talking about contract extensions. We have two other big-name players here that are quite interesting moving into the offseason. The first one we talked about both of them on today's show. One of them's been fined $50,000 for flipping off the crowd. The other one, has been fined $50,000 for showing up fat to training camp, and that is James Harden and Kyrie Irving. They both played on the same team at a point in this season.
They did.
Both of them are surrounded by crazy rumors and drama and all this, and both of them will be eligible for a contract extension. So, Calvin, I need to hear from you because I don't know if there's a correct answer in this, and it is
either.
A very, very tough situation for both GMs in Sean Marks and Daryl Morey. Who would you rather give a contract extension to this offseason, Kyrie Irving or James Harden?
You're right. I'm not sure there is a correct answer to this question. This is a tough one. First of all, both these guys have player options for next season. Kyrie Irving over $36 million. James Harden over $47 million player option for next season. So it's still unsure whether or not there will even be a contract extension offer for either of them. That being said, I would, if I'm a GM, I would rather give Kyrie Irving a contract extension that's going to be worth the type of money both of these guys are expected to be offered or get, because I know Kyrie can still play. But the problem is I don't know if Kyrie will want to play on any given day. At least James Harden, I know, is going to want to play basketball.
Yeah.
But
tough.
I don't trust James Harden as much as a player anymore. Certainly not a guy who's going to be making over $40 million a year or close to it. So this is a really, really difficult one. I've said before I don't want Kyrie Irving on my team because I think there's too many distractions that come with him, and I'm not sure how many games I'm going to get out of him every year. One, because he's injury prone, and two, because he might just show up to practice one day and decide he doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
So, James Harden, on the other hand, the guy's not worth a max contract anymore, in my opinion. So if I can offer him a slightly lesser deal that I would be confident he would accept, then, yeah, I might consider that. But this is a really, really tough one. Daryl Morey has for sure backed himself into a corner big time, wanting this guy on his team again, going after him, trading away half the team, their best shooter, backup center that they could really use right now because Joel Embiid is hurt. Both these teams and GMs are in very difficult situations because of these players that have a lot of power.
Imagine the headaches the GM, Sean Marks, of the Brooklyn Nets had, because he had both of these guys on his team at the same time, and he's kind of like,
don't envy Sean Marks' position.
What do I do here? This is a very tough question. Both of these guys have wanted out and demanded out on teams. Both of them have had off-the-court issues. I'd like to say Kyrie Irving takes a little bit better care of his body than James Harden, but Kyrie's also...
Easy to do when you choose not to play for half the season.
That's true.
You know?
Kyrie's also dealt with a lot more injuries than James Harden has in his career. James Harden's never won a title. Kyrie has. But, yeah, it's a very, very tough situation. I don't know if there's a right answer here. It kind of reminds me of that Ace Ventura one where he's like got a spear in one leg and a spear in the other, and he's like, it's like, oh my God, both of these guys had such bright futures just a few years ago, both incredible players. I don't know if I can even choose a guy here. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, okay, which guy am I better off re-signing and then having the ability to trade for somebody else? At this point, I don't even know what the correct answer for that is. Because
I was just going to say, I'm not sure who that would be.
Kyrie Irving could just say, no, I'm just going to retire if you trade me, and then his trade value is nothing. And Daryl Morey already has James Harden. He's the only guy that you could really get to trade for James Harden at this point. So that's a very, very tough situation. And it sucks, man, because, it's like I've rooted for both of these guys. I've liked both of these guys. I really hope that one or both of them can figure out a way to turn it around next season, because they need to rebuild themselves physically. They need to rebuild their reputation. I just don't know if either of them are going to do it at this point. They've both made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they both seem to be content where they're at right now. So it's a very, very, very tough situation.
It is. If I had to bet on who would have a better year next year, Kyrie or James Harden, I would bet on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So for that reason, even though it's a big question mark, as of right now, the vaccination status isn't an issue currently. It might change, but currently it's not an issue. So I have more confidence in Kyrie Irving playing basketball than I do in James Harden right now.
And Kyrie's 2 years younger than James, so that helps as well.
Yeah.
What's up, Flame Flurry? Thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. You can join us live every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, don't forget to tip your bartender.